Watchet, a small coastal town in West Somerset. It boasts a rich history and is one of the oldest ports in the UK. This place has a large community spirit and is known for its creativity. Samuel Coleridge even penned the words to his world-famous poem, Rime of the Ancient Mariner here. But what happens when you're commissioned to write a play about the long history of this town? How do you include all the stories and folklore and make it interesting for kids and adults alike? Playwright Jack Husebo thinks he has the answer.
Every place is constantly evolving and changing, and Watchet has been many different things in its history. And we just want to do something that hopefully the Watchet will be proud of and enjoys and has fun with and feels like they can interact with and see themselves in it.
This is the story.
Yeah. What do you think would be the punk rock version of that? What would she change? What would she...
Working collaboratively means that people can point out things that maybe you can't see yourself, and also like different voices in the room and different life experiences and different opinions and different interests when it comes to various art forms is always healthy for a process, because it enables you to look at things from different angles and bring different ideas into it and chuck it into the mix. And the one that we settled on was the story of the saint of Watchet, who is a saint called Saint Decuman, who travelled across from Wales to Watchet in 706. But he came with his cow and he converted the people of Watchet to Christianity from paganism.
Saint Decuman is said to have been a missionary and pastor in Watchet, and lots of places there make reference to him, including the church. But the role of the narrator in the play will not go to Decuman, but rather his cow.
Pirates!
To give it that sense of who's controlling this, and it less being stories is like, she almost needs to be like a punk rock singer.
That punk rock thing comes from this sense of like injustice.
Her being an unreliable narrator is absolutely key to what this is.
The cow, known as Queen Florence in the show, will time travel through the years, acting as a narrative device to tell stories from 706 AD all the way up to present day.
I've been making music theatre for the last 7 years, and this is my first community-based project. It's come with some challenges, and I've learnt along the way, but also it's been great to work with this particular creative team.
The response of the community here and the audience who came over to watch it, to see the play, has been just brilliant, actually. It was really wonderful to see, although it was quite a cold evening in the end. People really enjoyed it and got into the spirit of it. And I think one of my favourite things has been, quite a few occasions recently, I've spoken to people who came after the event, and they kind of have all delighted in recounting to me the history and the stories that were in the play. And when we first envisaged this play, it was about trying to help the community understand the maritime past that they might not know about. And it's been kind of amazing to hear that already happening, and having, little kids coming up and telling you all about St. Decuman and his cow, and telling you all about the storms and telling us about the pirates. So it feels like it's really done that work. And I'm sure that those stories now will be much more strongly in people's minds than they were before.
The play is then cast and costumes and songs are developed. Each character will be multi-rolling, apart from Queen Florence, the cow, played by Joanna Kessel. She certainly has her work cut out learning all of the lines that set up each scene.
A knight wishes to communicate with your master cliff. Where I know the storm.
Now we return to Watchet. The 4 actors are staying here and becoming more familiar with Watchet life. But what do they actually think of the town?
No, it's lovely.
It's really
and
nice.
The sun's out.
Yeah, it's been lovely, and it was really nice to we were rehearsing some stuff on the stage, and lots of people came out to watch, and everyone's really friendly and getting involved. It seems like it's a really nice place.
The production team worked with children from local school Danesfield Middle to rehearse historic pirate battles to feature in the play. They're also beginning to practice on the newly constructed outdoor stage at East Quay Gallery. With only a week to go till the performance, there are still lots to do for the actors.
I think what Jack's done really well is place it in a time period, know enough about that year and that era for it to feel authentic, but not to sacrifice the story in favour of strict historical accuracy and getting way down in what it felt like my GCSE history was all about, is how many members of parliament in the Reichstag, how many things you can, no, tell me the drama.
Joanna is still slightly struggling with the number of lines she has, but Jack is convinced she'll be all right on the night.
I mean, you watch her in the scenes where it's much more naturalistic, and even though there's some sort of like magical realism stuff going on in one particular scene, but she's so good at connecting into what the text is trying to do in those moments, and you just really feel her and believe her. I mean, she's an amazing actress.
Well, to be frank, I don't think this show would work in a kind of, you know, standard proscenium march, you know, old Victorian theatre, because it's almost like it can't be contained. It's this kind of sprawling, you know, mass of frivolous, ridiculous energy, which is great, really. And the fact that it utilises the very bones of this art centre of Watchet itself, it's been invaluable, really, in the whole process.
Just because your eyes are not used to how technologically advanced it is. Yeah.
It's a kind of roller coaster ride of comic vignettes and moments and hijinks. It's everything. I think that's the only way to describe it.
And we go through hundreds and hundreds of years, 10s, 20s characters,
So about 23 scenes, so there's a lot of scenes, there's a lot of characters. I think you've just got to be in it and you've got to buckle in. It's going to be all right.
Yeah.
It's the day of the performance, and people are taking their seats for the show. It's an outdoor show, so rain would be a disaster. Watchet Community Choir were joined in the months leading up to the play in the creative team, and had their singing voices at the ready to set up the spirit of the show.
We were caught in a storm. Something otherworldly whipped the waters into a frenzy. The green pastures, they turned to grey, and suddenly strange buildings were born in front of my very eyes.
Right, well, listen, Abraham. I've got a plan. A plan, Captain? To get us out of here.
Through everything, worlds, voices, colours, taste, all rushing through and past me. I spun out of control until I was away from the water and onto the land.
Oh, my word! You've really outdone yourself this time, Robert.
What in the Lord's eye is that?
This is our very modern and new sea defence, and wonderful it is too, wouldn't you agree?
That wouldn't stop a sprat.
This is a beginning model.
Is it?
Yes! Yes, brother, there's more to come, is there not?
Our boats will be saved.
Tie the ropes on the skiffs to the alabaster cliffs. We'll ride out this storm. We'll stay and stand still. We'll run for the hills. We'll ride out this storm as we've always said.
The show is a success, getting laughs and cheers throughout. I wonder what old Saint Decuman and his cow would have thought.
What I'm delighted to say is that we hired incredibly well. We had a great, very good composer, a very good designer who works incredibly hard. And 4 members of cast, Maya, Chloe, Joe and Joanna, and the 4 of them excelled themselves in the rehearsal process. Yeah, absolutely delighted.
Incredibly impressed by both the talent of the actors and the creatives involved, but also the team at Wassail and how they managed to pull something together that was really quite extraordinary and quite powerful for the community here. I think it's been really beneficial, and I'm sure that we'll do lots and lots more theatre here as a consequence of that experience.